So what you see now, this one is just basic styling. So I can decide to change the color to be another thing entirely now. So I lighten it. Let me just call it red. You can see we have different colors here. If I should use red, you can see once I refresh,
Change.
this one will change. So this is just normal basic styling here. So what I was now introducing to you guys on Bootstrap is that you go to Bootstrap strap. I'm not searching for this. So you just go to Bootstrap and then you search for their documentation. So clicking on this first link that you see, you can decide to download it locally, but at the same time you can just follow this. Include via CDN. So when you're including using CDN, you copy this and this. This link will be in this place up here in this header section, and this script will be in your body section. So here's what I do. They give several illustrations of it here, but I will just click on this my copy to clipboard and then I paste it under the title, everything that is there. So it's already a link. And then I can come here also copy the script. The script is a footer, so you paste it down here. You get.
Yes.
So everything that you're typing should be right here. So once I save, Bootstrap is already here, indirectly like that. So the version of Bootstrap I'm using is 5.3.3. You should also take note of the Bootstrap version so that you will not be using another Bootstrap code that will complicate the version of the Bootstrap that you're using. So you can check the Bootstrap version from here. Can you see? This is 5.3.
Mm.
So if I should click it, there's one for 4 points, there's one for 3 points, there's one for 2 points. So the one for 5 point now, I'm currently on the one of 5.3. Do you get that? So
Yes.
I come to their doc. It's in their documentation that you will see many features about that Bootstrap. So the Bootstrap is a CSS library. Instead of you styling this, instead of using color red, I will show you another way of editing this text. So here's what they said. Starting from the beginning. This is just to get started. Quick start, learn all this. It is what Bootstrap's production ready CSS and JavaScript via CDN. So here is a simple template. You can just copy this whole thing here now and come and paste it down here. Shey you get? But this is already an HTML page. We should not complicate it here like this. Shey you get? So since we already have this, all we just need to know, take note of is okay, yeah, this one is just a basic. This is the one with the CDN. You can see the link that we have here, 5.3.3 is the same thing that we just pasted here, 5.3.3. And then they have this script, 5.3.3 also. Also, we also have this script, 5.3.3. That's the two things I just copied. So now say you can also include Popper and our JavaScript separately if you don't plan to use drop down pop
Okay.
over or to save some kilobytes. Kinika. So it's either you copy this one and paste it like I did here, or you copy these two. These two, they are different, they are separated. You understand? And then you copy, but don't copy the three. You understand? So it's either you use this one or use this two. Who is there? Okay, favor. So with the CDN link, Victor, come to the side. So now that you have that, so clicking on this navigation bar, you can decide to pick anyone that you're working with. So you have what introduction. Introduction is what we just read. You have download in case you want to download Bootstrap locally to your system. And then you have content, you have browse, you have JavaScript, all these stories here. There are a lot of things that you need to understand about Bootstrap before you can get started with it. But going straight to what you can see, I will jump to these colors. So we have colors here. You have the one for colors here. This is the default body color for Bootstrap. So as I've saved, let me run this and see. Yeah, this is what I was using. You can see this background is white,
Yes.
completely white, right?
Yes.
Take note of it to move closer. The moment I refresh, do you notice something?
Yes.
You notice it.
Yes.
So the text change is what? The font.
Font.
Though the color is still styled red, like I stated here. That one is a local styling. The page color also changed. You might not notice, but it actually changed. It's not purely white. You can see it made use of this variable, like it replicated it. And then you have secondary color. This is body, you have secondary color, you have tertiary, you have emphasis, and so on and so on. This color blue that you see here is called primary. Are you getting it? It's called primary. So you can, there is the one for success. Success is what? Green. Danger is what? Red.
Red.
Then warning is yellow. The light blue is info. White is light. Dark is dark. I mean black is dark. So I will now show you how to make use of all this. All these variables here might complicate things, but let me just show you how you make use of it. Color mode. Let me see. Is it color mode? How it works? No, it's not in color mode. This one is if you want to edit the, this thing. We are not editing the color mode. So it's what you've seen in that color side, that color aspect. Let me just show you one or two examples. So instead of me typing this style, I can just give it a class. Oh, let me still leave this one. Let me copy what I have here. Sample CSS. This one is CSS styling. And then this one now is the one for Bootstrap. I want to edit the one for Bootstrap. I'll just give it a class. We make use of class each time I make use of Bootstrap. So the class here will be class of color to be danger, danger. So that danger, what I call danger?
Red.
Danger is here. Danger is red. So since the color is danger, once I save, come into this place and then refresh. Oh no, it's not danger yet. What was the problem? Text or color? Class. Oh, it's even this. Mm-hmm. Do you get it now? So what just I made a mistake of putting column instead of this hyphen. So another thing is sometimes if you check the previous Bootstrap version, instead of text it might be color, just like this, to edit the color of whichever element that is inside. But the modern one is supposed to be text, in case you have text. So it will edit the color of all the text that is in this what element. You understand? So once I save now and then I refresh, you can see it is what red. So if you notice very well, you will see this red is different from this red.
Yes.
This is Bootstrap red and it's called danger. This is what CSS red. So indirectly I can edit this to be success. You know what success will give me? Green. Can you see that? And then you have the one for warning, you have the one for info, you have the one for light. So another thing is, yeah, these ones we need them for buttons. You can give it outline to be all this, but let me now show you another component here. What do you have here? Just want to check. Okay, don't worry. Breakdown container. You will learn all this. You will learn the one for contents, typography. In this typography, you can change the fonts easily. You know what H1 to H6 is. So H6 is the smallest, H1 is the highest. So you can change the display. You can give it font size. All these codes are things that you can just copy and paste. So this one for form, this one for card, yeah, this one for badge, this one for button. So let me show you CSS, I mean normal Bootstrap, I mean normal HTML button. So we have the one for BO button. Yeah, it has a closing tag already. So in this button, I can call it submit. Right. Once I save, let me refresh and show you here. Can you see how the CSS button look like? And once you click it, it's supposed to do something, but we not give it any feature here. So now let me just copy this and show you how it is on Bootstrap. So this button here now, I will just give it a class of btn. That's button in Bootstrap, and then you give the btn a color. Btn, let me say danger again. So once I save and then I refresh, do you see the difference between this button and this button? Can you see the difference? It gave it a padding. The padding is the space from this text to the button. It gives it a border radius. Border radius is the curve. Can you see? It is the curve. And then what other thing again? It gave it an over. It gave it an over. That is, when you over on the button, it changes color. When you over on this, it does not change color. It's still the same color. Once you click this, you can see. So what other thing again? We can decide to just make it danger and then outline hyphen outline. Is it danger outline or outline danger? That's wrong. It's supposed to be. Can you see? It gives you different styling. So what I just did here now, they are all under here. You can see primary, you can see secondary, you can see success, you can see danger, warning, and so on. This is their code though. So this first code is for the primary button. This second code is for the secondary button, and so on and so forth. And then here, what are these ones? You can see the ones for outline. You can see the code. You first state it that is a button by saying btn. It's when you type btn that it shows that okay, this is a button. That's when Bootstrap know that that's a button. So you can have large button. That is, you can make another button that is larger. Right beside this, we can have one right here to be button. Let me say this to be um, primary. So the primary, I can now call it to be large, btn large, btn hyphen lg. Come here. Can you see this button is larger than this button? You see the difference now. So everything that we have here, they are all in Bootstrap. If you have to type that code for this one, it's going to take you more time. It's going to take you more time. Where you have to like start. No, let me call it a class. No, no, no. Let me call it.
Using HTML code.
Yes, HTML CSS. To style this, let me call this. Let me use ID. Let me use class. So the class should be what? Yeah. Let me call it a class of CSS. CSS. CSS button. So you see what I have here. Let me just type it btn. So with what I have here now, if I want to type it in CSS new version, I'll have to do this. Open a style link. Do you remember this?
Yes.
So now that it's like this, I'll now, because it's a class selector, make use of full stop first, and then I'll call it that same name, which is what? CSSBTN. Do you get that now? And then I'll give you this. Remember this?
Mm.
So I can now decide to give it background color to be this. What other thing again? If I change the background color of this CSS button will change to this green. Have you seen that? So let me save and refresh. Can you see? Then I'll now still have to edit the text again to be white. Text. See text in the one low.
Yes. Like
No, it's color.
okay.
COLOR.
Text
So the color now, I can just make it to be one of all these. Just let me say white. What is this thing for white? WHIT. Just let me type it. You can see. So once I save, that's when this one now will now turn to white. Then I'll now see how to edit the padding.
Pardon.
Yeah, padding all round. Let me say 10 pixels. Once I save, come here, refresh. That's when it becomes this bigger. Do you understand? And I give it border radius. You see, it's stressful editing all these things one after the other. Border radius, let me say 5 pixel. Can you see it just became the edges were now round a bit. Instead of 5, let me make it 10 so that it will be obvious. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Then the border is having black. And I'll still have to like write another code for
Brother.
border color. See even border color, or I can just type border 2 pixel space um white. Does that work? Can you see? Now
Yes.
this is too. And then there is now another one again that you have to like state the one for on click when you hover on it. Dot CSSBTN. This yeah, before that I'll now put this over. There's, you remember the one for over
Now A.
is even H. Can you see? So that is when your mouse is hovered on it. You can see when I put my mouse on it, nothing changed. But
Yes.
if you notice this one becomes deeper.
Yes.
You've seen the difference. So
Yes.
now I can just come here now and still type this same CSS button, but I'll put this column and then over. I'll now change the background color. It's the background color that changed, though. Do you remember? So the
Yes.
background color, I'll now give it another color that is a bit
Indeed.
different from what I have here. But since it's green, I want to make it deeper. Can you see? Like this. So something like this will be very obvious. So once I save and then I come here and then refresh, the color did not change. Only if I hover on it. You've seen it now.
Yes.
So definitely all this code is what we have here. All this code is what we have here. In this simple class button, instead of typing out all this story for one CSS button. Do you understand that illustration that you have here now?
Yes.
So that's for button. So there are several other things that you can style on this button. You can change it. You can even make a button to not be clickable. That is, to be disabled. You know these ones that we say now is clickable, is clickable, is clickable. You can have a what? A disabled button that you cannot click. Let me copy this one and show you. So now that I save, come here, refresh. This button, can you click it?
No.
You can see it's not even, but this one is clickable. This one is clickable, and so on like that. So which other thing? I think that's all. This button now is just block. That is to fill up the whole space. The only difference there is this one. You give it a div, click gap to be two, and then this one column to be two. So there are different ways of styling your button. But for now, this was what I asked you guys to do. You should do something that has to do with card.
Card.
So this is how a card looks like. Look at how a card looks like. So the card will have image, and then it will have a card title and some details, and then it will have a button. Do you understand? This is basically how a card looks like. So the code is just here. Just copy the code. Come here. Just open a new header. Um, Bootstrap card, and then come here. Paste the code that you have here for Bootstrap card. Just edit this. The source is not dot dot dot, and the alt is not dot dot dot. So the source can be what I have here. HTML file. I already have a picture here. NYC. NYC and it's JPEG.
Hmm. That was a question I was asking one day.
NYC dot JPEG. Can you see?
Is it possible for the thing not to take that JPG?
No, you have to put it. You have to specify the format. See mine now. When I over on it, I already seen the file type JPEG file. If you can't see it, you can right click on it and check the properties. Where is
Okay.
properties? Show more options. You see properties here. So you can see it's JPEG. If you not spell, you can see does JEPG. So this is the name NYC JPEG. If you not specify the type, you can have another NYC document. Sure you get that will be something else entirely. So you have to specify the file type. You have to specify the file type, the extension. You have to put it in your code. So we have NYC JPEG. Let me control plus so everybody else to see it. So I have this, and then the alt should be the alternative. Each time you are including a text, an image, you should specify. You should specify an alternative to that picture. The alternative is just a text. Just in case the picture did not load, you see the text. So once I save, all the same story that you see is what you will see in my code now. Can you see? So Bootstrap card is what's the header that I put here. So before the Bootstrap card, I can decide to put a BR tag, BR, another BR. So you can see there's a space in between. So you can see how the cards looks like. So in my background now, I can decide to change the color of my background. It is BG. Ah, Kitty any background color no? Where's background color? If you don't see the background color of no, it's just color, Joe. Let's see what this one do. Nothing. I don't think this will work. So I think I'll try and think about this. But this, if you want to use Bootstrap to edit the background color, but if it's just style, then you specify background color to be this, and then you specify the color that you want. And the color of the background changes.
Hmm.
So you can see it's different from the white that you have for the card. And then you have a button here. And then I can give it a padding. You see the differences. So aside from, you can see my image is showing. This is my own image with that NYC. It gives it a well organized stuff. So you can decide to edit any of the text that you have here and you see it here. So you can still edit the card title to be NYC New York City, or about New York City. ABOUT. Do you remember the project that this guy wanted to do? Ibrahim made mention of something that has to do with Ibrahim made mention of something that has to do with you having something like this, or maybe a blog post. Once you click go here, you will see more details about this particular New York City. So this is about New York City now. that will just show little details about New York City. And then this go here,
Which
it will take you
you
to
to
another
another
page
page.
that will be about New York City. So you can have more of this card. That is another one right standing right beside it. Let's see how this will turn out to be. It's under it. So there's a way you can arrange it that it will be right beside it like this. If you come down here, you should be able to see the ones that will place it right beside each other. But you can see there are different types of card.
Yeah.
There are different types of card. There's one that will contain the one that will contain picture, card title, about the card, a list, and then a link. And so on like this. You have different cards. Yeah, you can see these ones now, they are standing right beside each other. It's because they are in a div that contains two different columns. So you will still learn about columns and rows. But before then, still learn how to make use of this card.
Okay.
You understand? Just practice it, do one or two. You can have more than one image in your file where you'll be able to just use to test what you have. Where's my file? Okay, there's only one image that I have here. You can have more than one image. You can have NYC and so on. Show Lenny.
No, sir.
It's not hard now. There are still many things you guys need to learn. Oh. It's just the card that I said that you guys should use to learn. You should just practice with. So aside from card, come and see this one. You have alert. You have badge. This badge is just like sometimes like this. Can you see? You can see the one that is counting inbox. You can see this one that is counting profile. I don't know if you've seen a website that has something like this. I don't know if this one load. Can you see?
Mm.
It has this too. It has this too. This is just an icon. Oh, this is an icon. But if you practice with button, definitely you know how to do icon. That we have his own badge. So this is also a badge also. Background badge that will look like this. It looks like a button, but it's not a button. It's just a badge. That is, you can just make this VIP. That is, you put it in front of someone's name and call this one VIP. That is, you are sticking that person's name as what as a very important person. So there are different badges. Which other one again? There is this alert. This alert is very obvious. Alerts. These are things that I used to see on social media. You see this a lot. These are alerts. So each time you need to look. So each time you come to somewhere like Jumia, once you gbé network yín lọ. Favour Jumia Black Friday is coming soon. So you can have one of these. Take note at what you see here. Once I click add to cart, what do you see?
Show that.
Your product successfully added to cart. So minusing it, I've already removed it. Product was removed from cart successfully. If you come here, this is an alert. An example of an alert that looks like clicker. This is an alert. You should check clicker and then you click cancel. It will cancel it. Have you seen it? So those are things that you can make use of. So everything that you see here, they are all components that will later be used. Use in navbar. So just do one work on a card and link it to another page.
Okay.
You understand? Do a stuff on a card using Bootstrap. Come and see something. The moment I remove this or everything I type here, the moment I remove this, that is, this is not in the page. Once I save, come here and load. Can you see what happened? Everything I type here looks like jargons. This one turns back to a normal submit button. Turns back to a normal submit button, and then you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
So you have to make sure that whatever you are doing,
Yes.
this CDN link is there and you're online because it makes use of data. Shake it, reload, and everything comes back to Bootstrap styling. Same as this one too. You should not take it off. You have to copy the two, make sure the two are well positioned in your code. So that's just it.
Okay. So, if I want to link the 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 other pages to the, let me use the example, this NYC. Will
Mhm.
the code will be in the Bootstrap page, that website, or I'll use that Ahref.
You have to use href. Come and see now. This is href here. This href equals to hashtag. I see this ahref
Yes.
that says go somewhere.
Okay.
For they are even two now. Let me cancel one. You see one href here.
Yeah.
So instead of this hashtag, I can decide to put the name of this file. So if you remember, this is the bootstrap I'm working with. This is the code I'm working with. So I can make it open this and open this index.
Okay.
So I will have to just make sure that it's, this. Let me just show you my code 2009 2024. I want this when they click on this button, you should open that second file. So what I do is start with a slash 2005. Is it 05 or 04? 2009. Is it 09? 2024. Then slash index dot html.
Amen.
You get that? Once I save. So indirectly I'm saying that each time anybody clicks on this button that says go somewhere, you should open this folder 2009 2024. Am I right with that statement?
Yes.
Because it is coming all the way from here. This is where the running is, and then it comes to 2009 2024. Once you open it, it goes straight to index. So that index has what the file type of the index is HTML, so it's .html. So I think I've saved. Have I saved it? Yes, save. Come here, reload. So I'm left with just one. Are you ready?
Yes.
So once I click, your file could not be accessed. Is it because of this slash c? Let me see. Yep. Let me just cancel this and save. So clicking here, you can see it has opened. This is a simple. I don't know. It's me that did it too. But you understand what I mean.
Yes.
So if that's for index, maybe it's another file I wanted to open, not index. So maybe let's say story. If it was story that I wanted to open, just come here and edit it to be story. So you can decide to style that page also. This is my story.html. Nothing is even inside. Nothing is even inside. It's just the background code I changed. So you understand?
Yes.
So it's as simple as that.